running the first Making a Difference fair, which is a careers fair all about jobs that come up in the third sector, which is jobs maybe that are in the charity sector, the social enterprises, volunteering sector. So it's a bit unusual for us to run a fair that's just specifically about this, but what we've realised is that there are lots and lots of career opportunities and volunteering opportunities that come through this third sector, Making a Difference sector.
Brooke is the leading sexual health charity in the UK, and we have lots of centres based all over, up and down the country. We're based in Manchester, and we're here today to offer students volunteering opportunities, so they can come and work alongside us, either with us as an education team, they can shadow, get to see what we do in schools and colleges, and then eventually hold their own stall at health fairs and run their own groups.
Eden Brown are a charity not-for-profit recruitment consultancy, so we recruit across the board, from everything from CEO and fundraisers, development people, right through to social care support workers with housing associations, local authorities and charities. So generally speaking, the stuff that we would help students with is that first port of call into a job, so it's very difficult to walk straight in, for example, into a qualified social work position. So we'd look at finding maybe a non-qualified position so that students can make that first step into employment that's not just working in a bar or a shop, but even while they're at university, so they can get those first steps in an organisation, and sometimes a job comes up in that organisation while they're there that they can then apply for.
National Trust is a UK heritage charity, so we protect everything from the coastlines to countryside properties to stately homes and castles. It's a fantastic organisation. We have 75,000 volunteers across the country and only 5,000 paid staff, so we really heavily rely on volunteering. So for example, myself, I started off as a National Trust volunteer, and then it's led to a paid role in the Conservation Society.
Shelter is a national homeless charity. Started off giving free legal advice on housing, but we also do welfare benefits and debt. We have offices throughout the UK, and we offer volunteer profiles in client-facing or non-client-facing admin skills. So they would support the advisors in their work, and it's supporting vulnerable adults, vulnerable families in giving and finding that legal advice that they need. Currently in Blackburn we've got two employees that were volunteers. Vacancies were advertised, they saw them and applied and were successful, and it does, by volunteering first, they've learnt the skills and they knew what we were looking for and the expertise we needed to be able to give that advice, and it really helped them in gaining that employment.
I mean, it's really important that when you're coming to an event like this, if you're working in community practice, of course there's two things. One might be careers, but the other is what's the best interest of service users. And the best interest of service users is knowing everything that's going on in a community. So what resources are there? You've got things like the co-op here. Could they be a good resource for fundraising? What are the services for linking, counselling services? So meeting service users' needs, meeting the needs of the people you're working with. So it's really important to go around and find out who is here and find out what they have to offer, not just to students, but also for the people you'll be working with in the community.
After today's event, students will be able to visit our website, and they will be able to register, which is available to all youth plan staff and students. They will be able to access a range of different opportunities with a multitude of different organisations. They will also be able to gain any extra accreditation, certificates and recognition for any volunteering hours that they do throughout the time here.